Bowie Baysock Stadium in Prince George's County, Maryland. Her father was the greatest of all times, Muhammad Ali.
I'm young, I'm handsome, I'm fast, I'm pretty, and can't possibly be beat.
And just like her father, Laila Ali has lip service too.
I'm always a fighter first. You know, sometimes I say things and people are like, oh gosh, you know, that was rude of her to say. But I don't care. You know what I mean? I'm a fighter. You know, I say what I feel, you know.
Laila Ali against Nikki Epline. It's the main event.
I'll show you what a real champion is.
The main event is being brought to you by Corona Beer, along with FightNews.com, Hobo Sports, and Raging TV. Hello, everybody. I'm Ronnie Duncan, and welcome to Raging TV as we have the main event. I'm talking Nikki Epline out of South Point, Ohio, taking on Laila Ali for the IBA Super Middleweight Championship of the World. I'm being joined tonight by two champions in their own right. To my right and to your left, I'm talking about the young lady who's a five-time champion. No woman has ever won as many championships. She's Isra Gerga. And also the champion in his own right, undisputed, and one of the best fighters pound for pound, Antonio Tarver joins us at ringside. You know what? The weather has played a trick on us, but God has opened up those skies, and it has just stopped around 9 o'clock this evening. This is going to be an outstanding fight. When you consider the fact that this is the first time in a long time that Laila Ali has been fighting a much bigger woman, a woman bigger than she.
Definitely, and it seems as if Nikki is coming in with a lot of confidence. But, you know, I got a gut feeling that Miss Ali is planning on proving that she controls this division, and she is this is her domain.
I tell you what, the Washington, D.C., Maryland, and Virginia area is so pumped about this fight. Isra Gerga is the wife of Marty Wynn, who happens to be the CEO of Raging Promotions, putting this fight on along with Absolute Boxing. I have a question for you. Has this city ever been on a buzz like this?
Never. I think this is the first time in a long time that Washington, D.C. metropolitan area has really had a stir in boxing, and this is I'm very happy to be one of the promoters to put this together.
You know, when you talk about this fight and how exciting it is, let's face it, you're talking about a marriage made in and outside of the ring. I'm talking about Yahya McClain and Laila Ali. You know, a lot of people sometimes say if Yahya wasn't in her corner, she'd be a lot faster ahead. But you know what? I talked to both Laila and Yahya, and they could say, what? You can't be telling us that, because the truth is really in the pudding. Listen to this.
Many people have called me to want to fight Laila.
Yahya McClain and Laila Ali. It's a marriage made with the ring in the ring. However, critics of this union say that Yahya has done it all wrong, but Laila stands by her man.
My husband is my promoter, and he's my best friend, and he's taught me from day one when I first came to the ring. He taught me darn near most of what I know as far as the basics of boxing, and he's always at my side making sure that the trainer and the strength and conditioning coach is doing what they have to do. And as far as the business of boxing is concerned, he's the biggest reason why I'm where I am now, because if somebody else, one of those other top promoters, would have been trying to promote me, they would have thrown me in a fight on TV for my pro debut. They would have tried, because they didn't take me seriously to begin with, so they would have tried to make quick money off me, off my name. I would have looked like a fool because I didn't know how to spell fight in the beginning. Even when I thought I did, I didn't. And it took my husband to come along and say, hold up, girl, hold up. It's not time for you to have your pro debut. And he made sure that I was moved along the right way. You know what I mean? If you ruin a fighter before they get to the level they need to be at, you know what I'm saying, before they start fighting those tough fights, that can totally crush their career. So my husband has been there to make sure that no one has taken advantage of me. And it's very good for me because I don't have anything to worry about but fighting. You know, not many fighters can say that. They got to worry about their problems at home with their wife or something going on with their kids or their family and their trainer or their manager, and I'm the one that has to, you know, just focus on boxing and nothing else.
The thing is, Laila doesn't have to fight. The last time she fought was almost a year ago by design, and since then I've been making plenty money. Laila's been making plenty money doing other things besides boxing. And for those that say Laila's career could be further along, if I wasn't involved, what do they mean by further along? She could have been exploited a long time ago, taken advantage of a long time ago. She may have been on an HBO show, but she wouldn't have been making the money. She wouldn't have been getting paid properly. So what is their, you know, what is their idea of career being further along? Do you think that Laila would be undefeated still if I wasn't involved? or I'm not saying that it's all due to me, but I just know that these other promoters, they don't give a damn about her. They're going to get what they can get out of her. Look at Jackie Frazier, Roberto Duran's daughter, Ingemar Johansson's daughter, George Foreman's daughter, Hector Camacho Jr.'s son. You can look at all these other fighters that have their siblings that fight. Where are their careers? Because other people was involved. People that don't have their best interests at heart. The other promoters that don't really care about them. Layla's my wife. That's my dog. I'm going to look out for Layla no matter what. So, of course, Layla going to have the best of everything. And for those that don't like it, say la vie, baby.
All right, let's give them both a round.
For nearly 4 years, this team has bridged every stone in the test of time.
And that trust, that bond that we have is what keeps all the bad influences out. I mean, if someone comes to try to talk to my wife behind my back or tries to whisper in her ear about something, she come right over and tell me, right in front of them, to let them know, you can't talk to me without speaking to my husband first.
The man who made it happen. The man who makes it happen for all of us. And he's a friend to all of us, Mr. Marty Wynn.
Marty Wynn, the CEO of Raging Promotions, shares in Layla and Yaya's devoted love for each other. He, too, is married into boxing. His wife is a 5-time women's champion. And he sees what happens in this cruel game.
I think Yaya said it the best. You know, we're married to our wives. We care about our wives. They're our best friend. So we're not going to take advantage of them. You know, these other promoters, they're just in it for the ride to make money off them, you know, to maybe exploit them at Playboy or, you know, just basically make money. We're not going to do that. We're going to take a careful step in the decisions that we make with them. I mean, they have to have trust in us as well, you know. But with my wife, I know that there was a lot of demons around. There was a lot of dudes that was sitting back just wanting to take and take and take. You know, after I learned the business very quickly and still learning today, they couldn't do that no more, you know.
All right, you see the crowd live here at Bowie Bay Sox Stadium in Prince George's County, Maryland. We're bringing it to you live on Raging TV. Ronnie Duncan along with Isra Girga and, of course, Antonio Tarver, the undisputed light heavyweight champion of the world. And we're counting down to the main event. It's going to be Nikki Eplon taking on Laila Ali for the IBA Super Middleweight Championship of the World. Now, for many of you, you thought this fight will be starting a little later tonight. Well, guess what? This fight is going to be starting on time. And the reason why, we got to do it a little early today. And the reason why we have to do that fight early is because of what Mother Nature skies. But when you go back to the weigh-in, and let's take a look at the weigh-in pictures, because it was amazing. Both young ladies tipped the scale yesterday at 168 pounds. There she is, Nikki Eplon out of South Point, Ohio. This young lady has come here to fight. As a matter of fact, she is not afraid of Laila Ali. She stepped on the scale, and then she immediately stepped in Laila Ali's face. But what about Laila Ali, the daughter of the greatest? And she is the latest. She stepped on the scale, too, at 167 pounds. But when it was all said and done, these two ladies said the fun and the buck stops here. We had an opportunity to sit down with Nikki Eplon, and as you can see, Laila Ali, as she weighed in at a strong 167 pounds. This will be her first fight, and I think that's interesting, Antonio, in Isra since August when she took on Christy Martin. Is there going to be any rust for Laila Ali?
I don't think so. I had an opportunity to see her train, and she worked real hard, got a lot of rounds of sparring in, so I think she's going to be pretty sharp.
All right, what do you think about that, Isra? I mean, August is a long time. I mean, there have been fights proposed. There have been fights that should have happened with Laila Ali, but nothing has happened as far as that's concerned. How do you feel it's going to really help to establish Laila? Because let's face it, a lot of people are going to say, will there be rust in the ring for Laila Ali?
Well, I don't think that she'll be that rusty. It's only been, 10 months. I've gone more than 8 or 9 months without fighting. And, if you keep yourself in shape and if you keep in the gym and keep the sparring up, then you can definitely not have that rust.
I tell you one thing we do know, that Nikki Eplon is not starving for confidence. She came here from the tri-state. She says, you can call me Ohio, you can call me West Virginia, you can call me Kentucky, but after this fight, you're going to call me a champion. I had an opportunity to sit down and talk with a lady they call Nikki Eplon, and she says, guess what? I'm not afraid of Laila Ali. She's come to do some damage. And she says, you know what? The beatdown might be in reverse. That's the kind of game she brings. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give her a round of applause because she came to fight. She signed her name on the dotted line. Now it's time to put up or shut up or get down for your beatdown. Everybody, give her a round of applause for Mr. Nikki Eplon.